In year 5. Just to start our DT lesson today, just a recap on last week's DT lesson. So we sort of used the task wheel to help us to plan and hopefully make a model. Now, if you haven't already done so, we're going to move on to the final part of our task wheel now. So that was part 1 last week. Okay, I know some of you have done that because you've sent me some pictures of your models. Okay, so today, Friday the 12th, we're just going to start the lesson by focusing on that last part. So what have I learnt? Okay, so if you haven't already done so, you just need to carry on with the last part of your task wheel. Okay, so what did you learn? What did you find anything difficult? Okay, evaluate your model. How well did I do? What could I improve? If I had to do it all over again, what changes would I make? And that's something that designers continuously ask themselves throughout the whole process of designing something. Okay, so they get their final product and then they just think, is there anything that I could do to improve it? So if you think about something like your mobile phone or an Apple phone, something like that, and they are continuously making improvements. Okay, so that's our whole design process. Now, today's task is slightly different. What I would like you to do today is to design a Rover Buggy. So we're going to find out a little bit more about the Rover Buggy. It's a piece of kit that is actually on Mars at the moment, and it's there to find out more about Mars and send pictures back to Earth. So you're going to have a go at designing your own one. So we're going to find out a little bit more about it.
Long before landing on Mars, Curiosity had to prove herself on Earth. But in the Mojave Desert, it's hard to get the full Martian experience.
We have to deal with all these different things that are unique to Mars. Gravity's the biggest one. Mars gravity's 3/8 of Earth's gravity. So we had to build a whole nother rover that weighs on Earth what Curiosity weighs on Mars.
It's really fun to, like, every once in a while, kind of leave the office environment behind and come out to an environment like this and see what the real rover's going to be doing on Mars.
That's what we should do, dig in all 6 wheels, have it sink down so they're completely embedded as though it were in an avalanche, and see if it comes out.
We're potentially burying the side wheel, the middle wheels.
Let's get it really stuck.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
You know, my dad said I was always going to become a ditch digger, and maybe he was right. We could shovel more in there, but I mean, it's up to its axles, right?
We're really starting to sled now. Look at it go. Yeah, once the wheels drove over the mound.
By the way, what I'm learning here is that it's really hard for this thing to get stuck.
Curiosity makes it look easy on Earth, but on Mars, simple mistakes can be fatal.
2-minute margin before our computed downlink of 8.5 megabits.
We are a little bit power constrained.
We have landed a gigantic, complex machine hundreds of millions of miles away, and we're operating it by remote control, and we have to treat it very gently. The rover does things each day, and then at the end of the day, that data is transferred down to the Earth. The people on the ground look at what happened the day before, and then they begin a breakneck near sprint trying to figure out what the commands for the next day should be.
We'll be analyzing the rest of the sequence execution today, and then we'll get into the briefing.
There's not a lot of people who can say that they've commanded a vehicle on the surface of another planet. And once you have that experience, you get quickly calibrated to risk. The gravity of what we're doing isn't lost on us. And once you hit enter and you send those commands to Mars, there's nothing more you can do.
Fantastic. I was thinking somebody needs to design a kind of a hat for him to wear in the desert. I'm not sure that big kind of parachute hat, umbrella hat was the best looking thing. Right, so that was a little bit of background on Curiosity rover and how they tested it on Earth. One of the things that struck me about it was how big it actually was. I was expecting it to be quite a small vehicle. Okay, so it's quite big. All right, so moving on. We're going to watch just a short animation again, which will give you more information about why Rover has been sent to Mars and what is the purpose of this vehicle going to Mars. Okay, so again, if you want to make some notes, jot them down. Let's see if we can watch this clip. And this is interesting. There have been many different designs for rovers, so it might give you some ideas of your own.
It's almost time. I can hardly wait.
Don't get too worked up, Mars. The Perseverance rover is almost ready, but it will take several months for him to travel millions of miles to reach you.
I waited billions of years for you to start sending me company. I can wait a few more months for my newest visitor.
Well, you will be happy to know that one of his objectives is to help determine if it's possible for me to send you even more visitors of the human variety.
Oh, wow. Life on Mars again. Or is it for the first time? Huh, I don't know. It's been so long, I can't remember.
Hopefully we can find out. You'll be investigating whether life ever existed on your surface. Speaking of Perseverance, let's check in on him. Hey Percy, I'm patching in from the Grace Follow-On satellite. How are things coming?
Hi, Perseverance. It's me, Mars. But you already knew that. I can't wait to meet you.
The feeling is definitely mutual, Mars. I've recently arrived in Florida, and final preparations are nearly complete.
Excellent. Do you have everything you need? Remember, once you take off, there's no turning back if you forgot something.
Let me check. Hey, Ingenuity, can we do one final sweep to confirm that all of the equipment is packed?
Whoa! There's a baby robot. And it flies.
Yep, you could even say that Percy and Ingenuity are marsupials.
Affirmative. Everything is packed and we are ready for takeoff. Thanks, Ingenuity.
That's great. Mars and I are almost in the perfect alignment to make your journey as short as possible. This brief window only opens every 26 months and will save you millions of miles.
What do we know about where I'm going to land?
You will be touching down in Jezero Crater. Your Earthling scientists believe this area was once covered by a lake approximately the size of Lake Tahoe on Earth.
There is also a former river delta near the crater. On Earth, these areas are teeming with life and feature soil rich with silt and clay, creating the perfect environment for fossils.
Which means Jezero Crater and the surrounding area is the ideal spot to look for evidence of ancient life and prepare for future human expeditions.
But remember your other two objectives. You must also
survey the climate and geology on Mars. Roger that. Why do you think Ingenuity is tagging along? Now, I hate to leave you both hanging in orbit, but we have a rocket to catch.
Godspeed, Perseverance.
See you soon.
Well, we're ready to roll out. Our journey across millions of miles of outer space starts today.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, excellent. So there we saw a different rover called Perseverance, and it was accompanied with Ingenuity. And up in the corner here, you can see Ingenuity, and this rover or vehicle has propellers, so like a helicopter, which enables it to fly. So that might be something you could add into your design today. Okay, you might want to build a flying rover, could have wheels as well. Now if we have a look at the one below, we've got 4 wheels here. These panels aren't actually wings. They look like wings, but they are solar panels. So why might that be an important feature of your design? Okay, so have a little think about that. Right, so that's one of the cats saying hello. So we're going to watch a final clip, and this is going to help you with your design process again. This is an animation of Perseverance rover actually landing. Okay, so let's watch this one. Gilbert and George, the 2 cats, are actually having a little bit of a scrap. So busy here today. And there we have it. Okay, so Rover has landed. Perseverance is its name. So what you need to do today is do a little bit of research. If you have a look in the resources, there's a fact file about Mars, and some questions to answer, and that will help you with your design today. Okay, so think about what your best idea is going to be. Okay, and then choose a design sheet to work from, and have a great time with your designs. Okay, work through that planning format, and again, that's in the resource area. Okay guys, have a really good afternoon. Sun is shining. Have a super break, a holiday, and I look forward to seeing you all again in about a week's time. Okay, take care and cheerio.